Yesterday we got a mini update to Apex which we'll cover in a second, but there are still plenty of issues in the game, like the fact that the Sentinel is still not back in the game, and we'll also talk about the upcoming Halloween event that Respawn seem to be planning on. But first, yesterday we got a brand new update to the game where Respawn said, "Legends, we have pushed out the following fixes to Apex. Auras now show the correct ranked tier in the lobby." Apparently this was an issue. I personally haven't seen this issue, but I have seen this issue regarding auras. There's a glitch where you can apparently cover yourself in auras, which is pretty crazy, but also looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Although I literally have no idea how this is activated. Respawn also pushed a Mirage fix, saying Mirage now receives appropriate Evo points after a teammate uses their class perk ability. I think this was a fix to Resonance Man, as some of the controller class aspects of this wouldn't work. Respawn also reverted Trident Boost input binding to its pre-26.1 state, as apparently they have a future fix coming to revert the air brake input binding. So a bit of a maintenance patch, and it seems like it is gearing up for a bigger patch in the future, which will probably be a patch that will bring back the Sentinel to the game, as if you're not aware, Respawn had to remove the Sentinel because of a soft lock glitch that it was causing, and so far it has been out of the game for a whole week. Also, since the mid-season update, people have had plenty of time to mess around with the game and break it, especially over on Olympus, which spent the last season out of the game. But now it's back, we've discovered something strange, and we're not sure if it's intentional or not. This was discovered over on YouTube by Grrt, and essentially, over on Bonsai Plaza, you know it's got this out of bounds area that's been out of bounds for ages, but you can use it as a sneaky rotate if you are good enough. Well, now, in the most recent update, it is no longer out of bounds, which is especially surprising when you consider, since the last time Olympus was in the game, we've received more movement abilities that can assist us on getting to this area. Grrt did demonstrate that you can get into this formerly out of bounds area by using a lamp to boost yourself up or climbing out of this window down here. But if you're playing legends like Sparrow, you can literally just go over and jump out and hit a pretty crazy rotate. So this area is officially in play, and we're not sure whether it's deliberate or not. If I were to guess, this is definitely an accidental oversight from Respawn, and there's been rumors that an Olympus update is going to come in the future, so maybe this is just them preparing Olympus for some future changes, as it's not rare to see things that are going to receive future changes break a little. I mean, just look at heirlooms. Usually we can tell heirlooms are about to receive an heirloom recolor because they start breaking. I mean, it's literally textbook, we've got it down to a science. Although next season, if a Horizon recolor doesn't come out, this science no longer works, as in season 26, the Horizon heirloom got some new visual effects, seemingly preparing it for a future recolor, although it could have just been Respawn going back and touching it up. Although now I think of it, what better time to give Horizon an heirloom recolor than when updating her home planet? I guess we'll have to see what happens. Literally nothing is confirmed, and we haven't had a map update since May 2024, so I think people are just fiending for a bit of a change of scenery. Additionally, over in the Apex store, the Crimson Heirloom pack has been creating a lot of discussion. First of all, because it does offer the cheapest heirloom price ever in Apex. It's still $110, but it is the cheapest ever. But also because a lot of people who started buying it out and then plan to potentially buy more of it in the future have ran into an issue. Their progress counter on this has reset and gone back to 0 out of 20, making a lot of people think they've lost all progress on this. I've received a lot of comments from you guys about this, and I decided to dig on Reddit a bit, and it seems right now that this is a visual glitch, and there have been plenty of reports from other users of this happening to them. What I think happened was on Tuesday, when the store reset, it also accidentally reset the visual side of the Crimson pack counter. Speaking of weird glitches, a lot of people have been noticing when they've been picking up shotguns in Apex, mostly Peacekeepers because that's what people are using, no matter what legend they play, they receive the Mad Maggie shotgun sprint speed passive directly from the gun. There's a few screenshots circulating, and literally there's a guy right here playing Rampart with the passive, and a lot of people are wondering how it happens. And this is actually an extension of the Mad Maggie speed glitch I talked about earlier this week. If you're not aware right now, there's a Mad Maggie speed glitch that is caused by her new sprint upgrade meshing with her existing passive and breaking. First of all, to give her the fastest movement speed for a character in Apex, and also now a new side effect has been discovered, where if a glitched Maggie drops a shotgun, her passive ability essentially binds to it. So there are currently super rare shotguns in the ground in some Apex games that give you an extra passive ability stolen straight from Mad Maggie. I literally can't even comprehend how this glitch would begin to work, because I would think legend abilities can't be transferred to guns and then dropped, but here we are I guess. Here's a Rampart that can sprint at full speed when holding a shotgun, because an infected Maggie picked up the shotgun at one point during the match apparently. This is one of the weirder glitches that I've experienced in Apex. So when are all of these going to get fixed? Well, obviously earlier in the video I did say I think Respawn is preparing a bit of a bigger patch to bring back the Sentinel and also fix a few of the ongoing issues like the Maggie speed glitch, but we do know directly from Respawn's wording that it could potentially be weeks until the Sentinel returns. So we'll have to wait it out, although I'm sure the update will release before October the 15th. As it turns out, we do have essentially a confirmed date for the next event in Season 26. As if you didn't watch my Wild Iron patch note video, you may not realise, but at the bottom of the patch notes, it was revealed we are getting a new wildcard map later in this season. Well, kind of new. It's Kings Canyon Wildcard Night. So I assume it's going to be our wildcard map right now, just with the lighting tuned up a bit. This is starting on October the 14th and going until November the 4th. And if we do a bit of maths and plug the date the battle pass ends into our calendar, we can see that this season is ending on November the 4th. So this is going until season end. And obviously because Respawn does a Halloween event every single season, it's pretty obvious that this is going to be for a Halloween event that is unannounced currently, especially because of the fact that this map is starting on a Tuesday, which is an Apex update day. So I guess that confirms our next Apex update is on the 14th and it's going to be a Halloween update, which I'm definitely excited about, especially for a new wildcard map. Respawn did say in a previous Ask Me Anything that they are going to do more wildcard maps, so I guess this will be our first additional wildcard map, but honestly I'm hoping in future seasons and updates we do see actual new maps for wildcard, like maybe Olympus. That would be really cool, because I think if they employed those big walls they put everywhere on the Kings Canyon map, they could probably improve the base Olympus map as it is quite a lot, just with a bit more cover. And I still think wildcard is definitely more popular than pubs in Apex right now, and it does seem like pubs is kind of dying out a bit, especially duos. Now I'm going to do a deeper video on this next week, because it genuinely seems to me like Respawn is trying to kill duos, and honestly sometimes it's impossible to queue a duos match. It's kind of weird what Respawn's going for right now. I do think the amount of modes in the game right now is hitting its absolute max possible with the player count. If we look over to Steam, we don't have the highest player count ever, and it does feel like sometimes it takes longer than it used to queue into games, but honestly I don't really mind that because we now do have the option of wildcard as a permanent choice. But tell me if you've had to stop playing duos, because I am making a video on that. And I guess if you want to see that and also updates about this upcoming Halloween event, subscribe.